From San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Here we go! Brand 38!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's second down. To throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go!
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough job to contain them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
A former Calman in nearby Berkeley, it's Shane Vereen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Vereen. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Now that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Now Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Mike Cyphers to punt this away. Bruce Ellington back deep for the Niners. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Ellington now to return it. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now back to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him. And New York set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
This is the veteran fullback, John Coon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety too. They're going to bring pressure.
They'll run here with Vereen. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's brought down after a good gain. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, that's the kick-starter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Giants.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down.
And Vereen, sure-handed as he is, he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you could sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Manning to throw on second down. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run. It's Vereen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Sweezum will get this one to go. It's good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They had a long way to go. They started that drive at their own 3, and they scored 3 from it.
What an excellent job by an offense that could have very easily just said, okay, let's just take a few plays safe, pump the ball away, and play some defense. Instead, they found a way to attack and put themselves in position to put points on the board.
The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Hyde. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Out of the gun now on third down. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down 49ers. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and that'll make it third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Bruce Ellington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 27 yards that time. And it's good for a New York first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Manning to throw on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Howland Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Manning throwing on second down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Manning now on 3rd and goal. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. The gun. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To the right side to Aiken. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a San Francisco first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Forced out to his left. No gain, and it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! 57 Mike. Mike 57.
They'll look to throw. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. Give him 14 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Here's Vereen. And he'll They'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The tackle there by Michael Wilhoit.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off on the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. What? 90.
They run it again with Hyde. Down to the 25. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Muscles him off. And he finds McDonald. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And the way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff awarded game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp, because right now he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps yet.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Call it a gain of 3. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now on 4th down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
The 49er defense now heading back out there. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Manning going to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Surveying the field. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Offense.
Here's Mike Cyphers now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll set up a throw. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He can run for it, and he will. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Beckham. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Working from the gun, Manning. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Again, it's Manning. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Giants are going to get a 1st down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Bradley Marquez, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That's complete right around the 8. The 6 yards, 1st and goal.
And that's understanding where the markers are because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the 1st down. He's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On second down, here's Manning. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
Now looks like they might be expecting a pass, an extra DB in on 3rd and goal.
That's how the game has changed. Now we think pass first, even in goal line situations.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance. Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Allington has it, middle of the field. That one goes for 24 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's back to throw. Steps away. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kamar Aiken with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
That time, a 6-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take it in. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So it'll be first down here after the run. Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Niners, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.
What a